Hi students, this is Karthik Trivedi and you are watching lecture series of engineering graphics and design with me. So I am your tutor, I am your guide and my name is Karthik Trivedi. So in the last video, in the first episode, we have seen what is engineering graphics and design, what are its applications, why we have to study. So we have seen the importance of the subject and also we have seen what are the chapters in the syllabus and what is the credit of subject. So from last video we concluded that it is a very important subject for the all branches. So now in second episode, what we are going to see in this video? We are going to see in this video the different types of line in engineering drawing. So that we are going to see the various line like cutting line, like center line, like hidden line. So in this video we are going to see the different types of line in engineering drawing and their importance. So let's start today's video. So let's see. Before we jump on to the different types of line, you must have a question, sir. Yes, you in the last video you have taught us what is the application, that we already understand. Sir, but what are the instruments that we required for this subject? So first we will see the list of instruments that you required. So let's see the list of instrument. So the first instrument that you required is pencil. So now there are various kind of pencil available in market, like 4H grade, 2H grade, like H, like HB, like 2HB, like 4HB. So there are various grade of pencil available in the market. In engineering drawing, we have to draw only two kind of line. One is thin line and another is thick line. So we will draw a thin line with some particular pencil and we will draw a thick line with some particular pencil. So we are having, so first I will tell you what is this kind, what are these grades: 4H, 2H, HB, 2HB, 4HB. What are these different grades of pencil? As you proceed, so 4H grade, as you can see the first 4H grade, so it is a very thin pencil, very thin line pencil. So if you use that pencil for drawing, you can draw a very thin line. As you proceed further, then you will go to the 2H. So now the line will become thicker if you draw with that. Now you will go for HB. Now the line will become more thicker. Now you will go for 2HB. Now line here will become more thicker. Now you will go for 4HB. Now you will have a maximum thickness for 4HB. So as we go from 4H to 2H to HB, 2HB, 4HB. So we are proceeding from 4H to 4HB. So as you proceed from 4H to 4HB, your pencil is going to be a darker and darker. So what here we are going to do? We are going to take a 4H pencil for drawing a thin line and we are going to use HB pencil for drawing thick line. So we require two grades of pencil. First 4H, second HB. 4H for drawing thin line and HB for drawing thick line. So now go in a market and ask for the vendor and ask him to give two pencil, one 4H grade and another is HB grade. So we are going to use 4H for drawing thin line and HB for drawing thick line. So this is the first instrument that required is pencil. Second, as you already know, we require eraser. But here always purchase a good quality of eraser. Why I am trying to say this? Because let's say you have drawn something on the paper. Now you find it that it is wrong. And now you are going to take eraser and going to erase it. But if you have used bad quality of erase paper, it will left some dark spots on the drawing sheets. So your mark will be cut for this, because in engineering graphics, more neat and clean your drawing will be, you will get good marks. So we will give importance for the neatliness and cleanliness. These are the two important criteria for our drawing. So always purchase a good quality of eraser. Third thing, you already know you require sharpener, so purchase good quality of sharpener. Fourth important thing is drawing book. Now why drawing book? Because let's say I taught you some method for drawing parabola. Now what you will see my video and then you will understand, yes sir have taught us in this way and by using this methodology we can draw it. But it is not like some theoretical subject where you can understand something and then you write it in your manner. No, it is not like that. In engineering graphics and design you require practice and practice. More you do practice, more you become expert. So always do more and more practice as much as you can. Why students fail in this subject? This is the most important reason. What we they do, they just look at the drawing and they said, oh, okay, I got it the method and now I will draw it in an exam. So when they try to draw it in an exam, they got it completely wrong. So until and unless you are not going to draw it, you will not get it. So always form a habit to do a practice. Okay, so let's say today I will teach you some method. Then what you have to do? You have to just use this video, do step-by-step procedure with me. Let's say you have seen the first step. Now pause the video and do that similar step in your drawing book. So the drawing book is for your practice purpose. Now which kind of drawing book? So you have to take large size of drawing book. So what you will go? So you will go to the shop and ask them to give it large size of drawing book. So take the maximum large size available with him. Why? Because some chapter projection of plane, projection of line, plane, solid, in which you have to draw a drawing. Especially for projection of plane and projection of solid, you have to draw a drawing for a 3-stage drawing. So in 3-stage, if you have a small size of drawing book, you cannot draw the 2nd stage or 3rd stage in the drawing book. So that's why we must require a large area for drawing. So always purchase a good quality drawing book of large size. Okay, now next instrument is divider. Now you know that we require the divider for drawing arc. So always purchase a good quality divider. Then you have protector. So you know that you require protector for measuring the angle. Next thing you require is a set square. So this is very important. So whenever you go to the shop and ask for the set square, he will give you a pair of two set square. One is 60 degree set square and another is 40 degree set square. So there are two types of set square. One is 60 degree set square and another is 45 degree set square. So go to shop and ask them to give me 60 degree set square and 45 degree set square. So this is the pair. Okay, so with help of this set square you can draw a line with various angle. So there are various application of this set square. Okay, not only just drawing a line at a certain angle, but there are also other application that we will see it in a later part. Now then you require a roller scale. So now you require a roller scale for drawing parallel lines, drawing horizontal lines. And in roller scale you will have two kind of roller scale. One is 15 centimeter, which is small size, and another is 30 centimeter, which is large size. So take a 30 centimeter large size roller scale. So these are the basic instrument. Okay, these are the minimum instruments that you require for drawing a particular object or particular method. So if you have this much amount of instrument with you, can easily draw a drawing book. Yes, also there are other instruments available in the market like drafter, like drawing sheet and its container. Okay, so that depends on your college. If the college asks you for purchasing it, then go and purchase it. Otherwise this much amount of instrument is more than sufficient. Okay, so you can see the drawing already there in the, you can see the drafter, then you can see sheet folder. So there are various instrument is already there. So these are the instruments that you require. Go and purchase it. Now let's jump on to the main topic. Now the main topic is different types of line in engineering drawing. So there are basically four types. There are also other types are there, but there are basically four types that are going to encounter again and again in your engineering graphics and design. So first is continuous thick line. Second, continuous thin line. Third, dash thick line. I'm also going to say dash thick line as a hidden line. So whatever I'm going to speak here, you have to just see it on your screen. Fourth is chain thin line. Okay, so you can see the first continuous thick line. See its appearance. It is darker. And what is it used? Is used for visible line. Second, you can see the continuous thin line on your screen. Okay, so it is very light, it is very thin. So continuous thick line, the first line, continuous thick line, you are going to draw a continuous thick line with which kind of grade of pencil? Yes, you are right, you have to draw a continuous thick line with HB grade pencil. Now second, continuous thin line. Now you know that as name the suggest, this is a thin line. So you are going to draw it with which kind of pencil? Yes, you are right, you have to draw it with 4H grade of pencil. So we are going to draw a continuous thin line with 4H grade of pencil, and we are going to draw a thick line with HB grade of pencil. Now third is a dash thick line. I'm also going to say it a hidden line. You can see the line, you can see the line space, line space, line space. You can see the dotted line over there, okay? Dash thick line, dash line. Okay, so this is known as hidden line. I'm going to say it hidden line. You can see that line space, line space, line space, line space. So you can say dash, 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 dash. So this is hidden line. It is used for showing the hidden object. Fourth is chain thin line. So in chain thin line, you can see the appearance. Big line, space, short line. Space, big line, space, short line, space, big line. So big line, short line, big line, short line, big line. So this is the appearance of chain thin line, and it is used for showing the center line. Also it is used for showing the symmetry. So let's see this line one by one in a very detail. So let's see the first line, which is a continuous thick line. So you can see the object on your screen. So you can see the border of this object, which is dark. So just see whatever I'm trying to say it over. You can see the object on your screen, and you can see the border of this object is thick line. So always remember, border of any object will be always a thick line. So you are going to draw a thick line with HB grade of pencil. And also whatever the visible part are there, that is also going to be drawn with a thick line. Let's take one example. Let's say if I have a mobile in my hand, and if I will show you mobile right now, what will be its front view? Let us assume that right now I don't have mobile, but let us assume that I have a mobile in my hand, and if you are going to see that mobile from the front, so what will be its front view? So mobile will be look like one rectangle. So you can in front you can clearly see the rectangle type of shape of mobile. So what you will do? So you will draw a rectangle in drawing sheet, okay, with continuous thick line. So the border of this rectangle will be continuous thick line, and whatever the thing which you can be see from the front, that is also visible. So whatever the thing is visible to you, you can also draw it with continuous thick line. So visible part and the border part of the object is drawn with the continuous thick line, okay. Second, a continuous thin line. So now continuous thin line is used for showing dimension, extension and projection line. So as you can see on the screen, there is one dimension which is written over there, 0.875. There is double arrowhead lines, then 0.875 is written over there, and you can also see the extension line. So now this extension line, as you can see on the screen, this extension line is used for showing the dimension. So you can see this two vertical line, which is extension line over there, and with the help of extension line he is given the dimension 0.875 over there. So the extension line which you are going to use for showing the dimension, so that extension line is also drawn with continuous thin line. So continuous thin line, which kind of pencil? Yes, you are right, 4H grade pencil. So we are going to draw a thin line with 4H grade pencil. And so you can see the double arrowheads. Arrowheads 0.875 and arrowhead. So double arrowhead and the dimension in between that. So double arrowhead is called dimension line. So that dimension line is also drawn with continuous thin line, okay. And also the projection lines that we are going to see in detail in later part of this video. So right now, if you are not getting what I'm trying to say, just don't worry about that. Just see that if continuous thick line, that will be which grade of pencil? HB grade pencil, okay. Continuous thin line, which grade of pencil? 4H grade of pencil, okay. So just remember this kind of thing, okay. Don't be confused. We are going to see each part in every detail when we are going to draw a drawing. So now next line is, you can see on your screen, it is hidden line, okay. So you can see that dash line in your screen, dash, 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 dash. There are two hidden lines, one in upper part and second in lower part. Dash, 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 and also dash, 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 dash. This is called hidden lines. This is symbol of hidden line, dash, 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 dash. Now why hidden line is used? Hidden line is used for showing the hidden part. Let's say let's take an example. Let's say I have a mobile in my hand. From the front view, you cannot see the rear portion of the mobile because you are looking at the front. So you cannot see the rear portion of the mobile which is in my hand. So you can see that camera is always on the rear part of the mobile. So when I am going to show the mobile from the front, you cannot see the camera which is in the rear side of the mobile. So if I will draw the drawing of the mobile, or you can say that if I will draw the front view of this mobile, I will draw a rectangle, and I know that the camera is on the rear side, but I cannot see it from the front view, so it will be a hidden. So I will draw some dotted line to show the camera. So that dotted line shows that yes, there is some part which is hidden, which cannot be seen from the front. So hidden line is showing the hidden portion of the object which you cannot see it, okay. Now next, a center line. Center line is used for showing the center of the circle. So you can see that line, dot, line, horizontal. You can see that big line, short line, big line. And from vertical you can say big line, short line, big line. So you can see the center of the circle. So center line is used for showing the center of the circle. And also you can see the object of hidden line. See the in your screen the figure of hidden line. There is a center line in center of, you can see the two hidden lines, upper part and lower part. In between of these two hidden lines, there is one center line. You can see that one big line, short line, big line, short line, big line. And also, so that's why the center line is also used for showing the symmetricity of the object. Whatever on the upper part, same will be on the lower part. So you can see on center line on the hidden line figure. Okay, so you can see in center part there is a center line in the figure of hidden line. Also you can see the one circle on the figure of center line. So it's a center line is used for the showing the center of the circle, and it is also used for showing the symmetricity of the object. Okay, now next, short break line and long break line. Now let's see the figure on your screen. So you can see the two figure. One is figure A, second is figure B. So in figure A you can see that there is dimension of object which is so feet, 100 feet by 1 feet. So you can see that this object is very large, which you cannot draw it on the piece of paper, because piece of paper is having a very limited size. So when you have a very large size of object which you cannot draw it on your piece of paper, so what you will do, you will give some break from the middle, or you can from the center. So you can see some wavy pattern on the central part of this object, and you can see the short break is written over there. So what it shows? It shows that this object is very large in nature, but for the simplicity, for drawing it in paper, I will show it this break. So I will got to know that this is actually a very large portion over here. Same way you can see the figure B. In figure B you have noticed that this object will become wider. You can see that the width of this object is 20 feet. So sometimes the object is very wide in nature. So in same way you cannot draw this very wide object in your drawing book. So you will give long break. So you can see that zigzag line on the center part of. So center part in the center part you can see the zigzag line. So this zigzag line will suggest that actually this part is very wider in the actual. It is very wider, which cannot be possible to draw it in a drawing book. So you will show this long break pattern. So from long break you will get to know that this is actually a very wider object. Same way for short break you will get to know this is actually a very large object which cannot be drawn in the drawing book, but for the simplicity we have given the wavy pattern in the form of short break. Okay, so short break is used for showing the large object, and long break is used for showing a very wider object. Okay, now next is cutting plane line. Cutting plane line is used for showing the cutting of the object. Let's say you have a triangle. Let's say let's see visualize one drawing of triangle. Let's see the drawing of triangle. Now you have applied cutting at some certain angle. So if you apply cutting at certain angle, so what it suggests? It suggests that this triangle is going to be cut from there. So you can see the symbol of cutting plane line. Big line, short line, big line, short line, big line, short line, or sometimes it is big line dot, big line dot, big line dot, big line dot. You can do it in both way. Big line, short line, big line, short line. But starting big line and ending big line must be a dark. So starting point must be a dark and ending point must be a dark. So that's why it is written then long chain thick at end and thin elsewhere. So your starting part and ending part must be a thick and other part will be a thin. So symbol of cutting plane line is big line, short line, big line, short line, big line. Starting big line and ending big line must be a darker. Okay, so cutting plane line is used for showing the cutting. So whenever you see this kind of symbol in some particular drawing, that means this object is going to be cut from there. So cutting plane line is used for showing the cutting. Now let's see the hatching line. So as you can see the hatching line on your screen, so you can see a particular figure on your screen, and you can see the 45-degree line over there in the figure. So that is can be written on section line. So you can see the section line written over the figure, and thus all this line is at 45-degree angle. So this is showing the hatching line. So what is hatching line? Let's say you have some particular object and you apply the cutting line over there. So what it will be? So it shows that this object is going to be cut over there, and whatever the remaining portion over over there. So what, or you can say whatever the remaining surface over there, that is going to be seen with the hatching line. So hatching line is used for showing the remaining cutting portions. So you can see those remaining cutting portion, which is also written name over there, section lines. You can call it section line or hatching line. So removing portion is shown by those 45-degree line. So you can see the section line which is at 45 degree in your figure. So this line is known as hatching line or section line. Now next line, as you can see on your screen, is dimension line. So dimension line is used for showing the dimension of object. So you can see in the figure there is 30 written over there. First in figure there is two extension line, vertical line, it is extension line, then double arrowhead lines, and in between of that we have written 30 over there. So it is known as dimension line, double arrowhead lines and the dimension in between that is called dimension line. So dimension line is used for showing the dimension of object, and it is drawn by which line? Yes, you are right, it is drawn by continuous thin line. Okay, so dimension line is used for showing the dimension of object. Now the next and last line is called leader line. So leader line is used for showing the diameter of object. So as you can see on the figure, there is in object there is a one circle over there, and I have applied center line over there, and in this circle there is line which is at 45 degree, or you can say there is one arrowhead which is at 45 degree, and then written 512 over there. So you can see that 45 degree arrowhead, that arrowhead which is at 45 degree, it is known as leader line. So leader line is used for showing the diameter of circle, and you can see that arrowhead which is at 45 degree, and there is a symbol 512 written over there. So it shows the diameter of circle. It shows that the circle which you are going to see in figure is having a diameter of 12 mm. Okay, so 5 is used for showing the symbol of so 5 is a symbol is used for showing the diameter of circle. Okay, so this 45 degree arrowheads which is used for showing the diameter of circle, it is used known as leader line. So far in this video we have seen different kinds of instrument also, and also we have seen the different types of line. In the next part we are going to see the different types of dimensioning method. I hope you will like this video. Have a nice day. Bye bye.